Is making 30 million. Pay the money. Pay the money. I mean, it's not hers, it's for the kids anyway. You know? So I'm saying pay the money.
You know, I wonder what kind of lawyer she has. Because she should not be fussing over, battling over $100,000 a month.
Exactly.
She should.
I mean, 30 million, come on.
30 million a year? It's the cost. Listen, it's the cost of doing business.
My child is grown now, but when I pay child support, I paid it plus some more. You know, so.
My kind of man.
Yeah, I'm your kind of man.
You're my kind of man.
All right, Mildred. Thanks for having me.
Oh, good to hear from you. Thank you so much. You know, it's when people decide to engage in outside activity outside of their marriages, there are always consequences. Sometimes there are children, but sometimes there are other consequences. So I don't know this former mistress. I mean, I don't know very much about her. I know her age, and some time ago, we talked about what she used to have as a job, but she hooked up with a mega millionaire, and that relationship produced 2 children. Now, think about this. You know, women don't impregnate themselves. So I've never understood why men who don't want to impregnate women don't ensure that doesn't happen. You know, historically, it's always been on the woman. The woman gets blamed. Well, she should have taken birth control pill. Well, he should have too. You know, he should have done something to ensure. But he not only had 1 child by this woman, he had 2 children by this woman. A lot of times when there are mistresses, if there's 1 child, the man sort of backs away, or he does something to ensure that, because he doesn't want that relationship to get involved, you know, to intertwine with his marriage. Many times they try to keep these outside affairs secret. But to go and have a 2nd child by your mistress says that this was a relationship. And I think he's kind of admitted it was a relationship. 30 million a year. I know some of you say, that's all she's talking about is the money. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, because if children get a real strong start in life, they have a greater chance of finishing strong. If that stuff in between is handled appropriately. And they're going to be back and forth between 2 homes. And yes, there will be a difference, understandably so, and probably should be. But they certainly should have a quality of life. Now, just hopefully, this mistress has matured, and when these children reach the age of college and they're getting ready to go on with the rest of their lives, that they're prepared to do that, and that the mother has managed the resources appropriately. A lot of times men don't like the whole child support piece, and they say, well, she's using it for herself, and she's going to use it for this, and she's going to use it for that. And so they get pretty angry about it. Well, you got to avoid against stuff like that if you don't, being in that situation, if you don't like that. 313-298-1027 is our number here on the Mildred Gaddis Show. We want you to weigh in. We're talking about this Miguel Cabrera situation where the mistress is saying she's just not getting enough money. She's saying she gets $216,000 a year. $216,000 a year, and $36,000 of that is for travel expenses, $3,000 a month for the children to fly between Florida and Michigan to visit their father and stepmother. Is enough? Is that enough? Should she be punished financially because she was a mistress? Or should she and her children be entitled to more than just the $216,000 a year from a father who earns $30 million a year? Linda, what do you think? Thanks for calling the Mildred Gaddis Show.
Pay the money.
Go on.
And I'm the wife. No, I would not leave $30 million man. No, I wouldn't.
Well, that's not the question on the table. She's not
pay the
leaving
money.
it.
Look like I see one of the
And
She
she
is
said
not
he passed
leaving
to appease. He dropped the money to appease the wife. No divorce. Well, to me, that's a joke, too, because pay the woman the money. 2 children?
Yes. All right, Linda.
Okay.
Thank you. What's up, Shay?
Hi, hi, Mildred. I wanted to know, what does the mom do for a living? And that she does have a job, and that if she wants him to pay more, that the funds will actually be allocated to taking care of the children.
Be allocated?
Okay. Thank you.
Shay, have you hung up?
What's up, Shay? Hi, Mildred.
Okay, Shay's got to turn her radio down. Shay, please turn your radio down. And what I want to do, because I neglected to do this, is to welcome Janet back to the Mildred Gaddis Show. Thanks for listening to us on Facebook Live. Shay is gone. Shay wanted to know what the former mistress does for a living. I don't think she's doing anything now but taking care of her children. She did have a job in the earlier part of their relationships. I don't remember what that job was. She wanted to know, what else did you want to know, Shay? What does she do for a living? And I've forgotten the second 2 questions. So tell you what, stay with us. We'll be back with more of the Mildred Gaddis Show. Relationship 911. If you'd like to weigh in, give us a call, 313-298-1027. You're listening to the Mildred Gaddis Show.
If you are